George.
Well, welcome to everybody. I know a few don't know well everyone, but as we go around the loop, we have Rob Leffler, the Pennsylvania Library Association, and Julie Wheeler, President and Commissioner of the York County Commissioners. Down here in Southern York County, we have Mike Schreiber, who's our for lack of a better term, our maintenance dude that looks after maintenance issues ever since the library's been standing. Paula Gilbert, and Paula's specialty is youth services, and then Ellen Hildrich is Director of Library Relations, and Senator Kristen Phillips Hill in the left-hand corner. My name is George Labrie. I have been involved in community libraries in Southern York County for about 35, 36, 37 years, but who's counting? And during that time, we've gone from a couple of small traditional libraries to a combined library between New Freedom and Shrewsbury. And it's hard to believe that we're already in our 18th, going on our 19th year of that facility. But the purpose today is to kind of celebrate the change in status of our library to a gold star library, something we're very proud of on the board, and something that we can talk about during the next hours that are before us. Let's see, let's talk about the Star Library process and what it amounts to as the first thing we look at. As a board president, I would suggest that we didn't recruit Michelle as our library director to become Gold Star certified, but it wasn't very long after we had her here with us that we heard about being a Silver Star library, and we are working toward becoming a Gold Star library. So that's about as close to recruiting somebody to make this happen as we can get, and we're proud of that. Let me turn things over to Rob Leffler to talk about, or Michelle, I guess, first, and talk about the process and how it all came about.
So I'm Michelle Leffler. I'm the director here at Paul Smith Library. And when I came on board in September 2017, it wasn't long until I heard about the PA Forward program and the Star Library program. And I was like, why are we not doing this? This is fantastic. We should be doing this. So I started the process at that point. And we received our Bronze Star in December of 2017. So yes, it was right as I came on board, I started this process. And it is a process. It's not something that you just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a Gold Star library. It is a process to get a Bronze Star, then 5 Silver Stars in each of the 5 literacies that PA Forward has. And then once you demonstrate commitment and mastery of the 5 literacies with the Silver Stars, then you go on to work towards the Gold Star status and then to maintain that status. So December 2017, we received the Bronze Star. By December of 2018, we had all 5 Silver Stars. And then December 2019, we received the Gold Star. And so I was super happy that we did this in a 2-year process and was looking so forward to having this celebration last year in May, and then COVID hit. So that put things in a tailspin. And so here we are a year later in 2021 having this celebration. So yes, we did receive our star in 2019, yay. And now in 2021, we're having a celebration. So that is why we're here. And that was the process that we went through step by step in order to get from not having any stars in September of 2017 to now having Gold Star status and joining a rank of about 130 libraries across the state. So before we do turn it over to Rob Leffler, I do want to allow our youth services coordinator, Katie Forster, to have a few moments to talk about how she incorporates the literacies into youth services. And I think she's going to talk about the upcoming summer program as well.
Thanks, Michelle. As Michelle said, I do all the youth service activities and collection development here at Paul Smith Library. And we really do try to have a variety of quality programs that incorporate the different literacies into our programs. My goal always with my programming is to, I want kids to develop a love of lifelong learning and return to the library, for many years to come. Some of our activities that we do, they include story times, they include STEAM activities. We have our 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program. And of course, as Michelle mentioned, our Summer Quest program, which is our summer learning program for ages 0 through 18, where we encourage specifically the school-age kids to not have that summer slide where they lose information that they gain during the school year. The pandemic has certainly given us some challenges with our programming, but I've also looked at it as a great opportunity to reach people that we haven't reached in the past. People who have working parents and they can't come to programs during the day, they've really benefited from our take-home programs and our digital programs, which have been able to help us reach more people in the community. I've been doing take-home storytime kits, which incorporate crafts and sensory activities in conjunction with digital story times, so that activities show parents different ways that they can incorporate early literacy at home through fun activities and not just reading books. But coming up is our Summer Quest program, which we're really excited for. In conjunction with York County Libraries, there is a whole list of activities which are digital that people can register for via Zoom. That's like the Bug Man. He's one of the most popular guys. Kids love bugs. We have Zoo America. We have the National Aquarium. We also have a variety of teen activities that are happening virtually this summer. At our local level, I'm going to be doing take-home STEAM kits, so kids can bring crafts and STEAMs home. And then there's also going to be some in-person outdoor COVID-safe programs where we paint with bubbles, or we learn more about sunscreen with some UV paper, and explore chemical reactions with bouncy balls. So we're really looking forward to a fun summer at the library. And we also have the 800-minute challenge. So we want all kids to register and read a minimum of 800 minutes, where we give them prizes and other things to really encourage that reading.
Thank you, Katie. And now I will turn it over to Rob Lesher, the PA Forward Program Manager.
Thank you, Michelle. I do believe that you have the plaque there. So on behalf of the Pennsylvania Library Association, I am proud to present the Paul Smith Library of Southern York County virtually with this plaque, which publicly acknowledges your achievement of becoming a PA Forward Gold Star Library. The PA Forward Star Library program was established to recognize libraries who committed to provide high-quality programs for their users in the areas of the 5 fundamental literacies which are needed to be successful in a 21st century society. And those literacies are basic, information, civic and social, financial, and health. To receive this award, the Paul Smith Library of Southern York County had to demonstrate that you successfully integrated these core concepts of the PA Forward initiative into your library programming, and that you were able to demonstrate to a committee of your peers that those programs were of such a high quality that you deserve to be recognized as a Gold Star library by the Pennsylvania Library Association. So I'd like to say congratulations to the small Paul Smith Library of Southern York County on reaching PA Forward Gold Star status. It is truly a well-deserved achievement.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much. We will proudly display that certificate in the library in the same way that we were proud to have thrown in together with two communities to build one library serving both municipalities, and I think we might have been at that time the first small town municipal libraries that decided to incorporate and form one joint library. And we built that one as a green library, paying attention to the environment with the impact of energy used and services provided. And we're just as proud of that plaque as we will be of being identified and certified as a Gold Star library. So we thank you very much. Let me call on Julie Wheeler, President of the York County Commissioners, now to say a few words about what libraries mean and what Gold Stars mean and what York County is all about.
So I'm delighted to be here today in the celebration of the Paul Smith Library's distinguished achievement of becoming a PA Forward Gold Star library. I know the Redland Library, part of the York County Library System, received their Gold Star last year. So on behalf of the entire York County Board of Commissioners, I want to express our congratulations to the small Paul Smith Library staff, volunteers, and friends for making Paul Smith Library the place where our Southern York County residents can obtain the key literacy skills that can empower their personal success and create a vibrant York County in Pennsylvania. Paul Smith Library is a shining example of the quality library services available to all their residents at local York County libraries. I did want to share a few comments on Paul Smith Library specifically. George did allude to one of them a little bit earlier. The library there in Shrewsbury is a member of the York County Library System that has been serving Southern York County since 2003, when it formed through the combined efforts of the New Freedom Library Center and the Shrewsbury Public Library. And it was, George, one of the first libraries in Pennsylvania to be formed through the merger of two libraries. So hats off to you all for that leadership. Of the 72 municipalities in York County, Paul Smith Library has a service area that covers 4 of them. So 3 boroughs, New Freedom, Railroad, and Shrewsbury boroughs, and then also Shrewsbury Township. And my understanding is you serve approximately 10,000 cardholders within Southern York County. So that's a lot of residents coming in to use your libraries. And I've heard, Miss Katie, that you're one of the most popular storytellers there. So, and that children and caregivers alike love your programs, and that you've done a great job of incorporating Pennsylvania's early learning standards. I think we all can attest that early learning is really important for our children. And I also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the volunteers. I think we would also all agree that volunteers are the lifeblood of many, many organizations. And I know the library has an incredibly hardworking friends group who tirelessly work to raise money for the library. And despite the challenges that we all faced in fundraising efforts due to the COVID pandemic, I know that you guys are looking forward to a successful crab feast raffle this summer, and I certainly wish you the very best in that endeavor. So once again, congratulations to everyone there at the Paul Smith Library on this achievement. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this celebration today. And thank you for assisting our residents in enhancing the quality of life through the services you provide.
You're most welcome. Let's see, let me, I couldn't help but reflect on an experience that I had recently. You know, it's been such a difficult year with library service. And regardless of how we tried to come back from being totally shut down to when are you going to open for browsing? When am I going to be able to come into the library with my mask, do my social distancing, and actually look at books? I don't want to just identify the title and call ahead. And I had a recent experience You know, Paul Smith, you can't say Paul Smith Library without beginning to rhyme with small. And Paul Smith Library of Southern York County, while it doesn't exactly roll off your tongue, in our mind, it's synonymous with what a small community library is all about. And in spite of that, I have a granddaughter, a daughter and a granddaughter that live in Howard County, Maryland, and had the pleasure a couple of weeks ago of going to the library with a reservation for 2 o'clock and browsing and getting some books. And I couldn't help but feel like I was being spied upon as we walked around the children's section. And I asked when they had started with live browsing by appointment. And they said, this week. You're the first people to come into the section with children, with grandchildren. And I proudly told them of the way we could get things started in your little Southern York County Library in Shrewsbury. And that one of the most important things we did was open up to some limited browsing. And we found that people were careful with the way they came into the library, the way they respected the mitigation efforts. And so to be as early as we were with coming back in this time of pandemic, I think all the credit goes to Michelle and her staff and this determination that we are going to be among the first that start making library access a basic. And the board has been very proud of the way they behaved, and hopefully we continue to do well coming out of this. So I would like to add that comment. Anyone else that would like to say a few words that I haven't called on? Okay, Senator Phillips Hill.
I just want to echo the comments from our president commissioner. Congratulations. This truly is quite an accomplishment. And we are so fortunate in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where the concept of the lending library all began. It was very fashionable to read. And I think what's so incredible is that it is still very fashionable to read in Southern York County. And in large part, during this pandemic, it has been due to the tremendous efforts of the employees of our public library system here in the county, the volunteers, the friends, and a commitment of all of you to empower our residents to be educated, lifted up, entertained during some very challenging times. So thank you for all that you do. We're very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else?
I could just take a moment.
Sure.
Michelle and all of the people at Paul Smith, just congratulations. Having worked with the PA Forward STARS program for a number of years and working with Rob as the coordinator, it is wonderful, again, to see another York County library becoming a Gold Star library. We have a strong tradition of working toward being the best. And Michelle, thank you for making Paul Smith one of the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
Okay. All right, I guess that concludes our program.
If you're able to do so today, we invite you to come down to small Paul Smith Library and join us in celebration with cupcakes and water that we have available, appropriately socially distanced, with the cupcakes all wrapped up for sanitary purposes. But you are all invited to come in and celebrate with us.
Thank you all for being part of this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.